What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Redriveraviation. I hope each and every one of you are all having a fantastic day today. And today we're going to be taking a look at my 1 to 400 scale TWA collection. I really hope each and every one of you are excited for today's video. And without any further delay, let's just go ahead and get started. So we have a really nice assortment of TWA aircraft that I've been building up here for the collection. It's happened to be particular. We have a nice assortment of liveries and overall just a nice variety here. So I thought this would make for a nice fun little video, and we have some good ones, like I said. So they blend in quite nicely here with all these other various aircraft from our modern area here in the front, obviously going back towards some newer aircraft in the North American region back there. So overall, looking really good. Let's go ahead and take a look at this fleet. First and foremost, we're going to start with this TWA Convair right here. This is a really cool model and the only one that I have with this TWA livery. I'm not sure exactly what it's called, obviously not the twin stripes that it would eventually evolve into, but whatever livery that this one is called. But it looks really cool. I believe this is a GeminiJets model, if I'm not mistaken. It is a GeminiJets aircraft, so it is a really cool one, and again, very glad to have it. These did fly to Tulsa for a period of time, so that is why I chose to get it, and excited to use it for the Retro Tulsa project when we get there. So overall, this is a really cool aircraft, and I think this will be quite a quality addition here to utilize for that project, so looking forward to that very soon. Next up, we have this TWA Twin Stripes Boeing 727-100 by JetX, or this might be an Aero Classic, but I think it's JetX, I'm pretty sure. Oh, this is Herpa, that's right. So the landing gear somewhere, I gotta find it. I have no idea where it is, but I hope to get it fixed whenever I do find that landing gear. But yeah, this is a really nice aircraft as well. I love the twin stripes livery, and this did fly in Tulsa from, I believe, St. Louis and a little bit of New York John F. Kennedy. So I thought this would be an applicable aircraft for those services, and this will be a workhorse. So excited to get its landing gear back, and it will certainly go to work. One of my few 1 to 400 Herpa aircraft. I do have a handful, but they're certainly pretty tough to come by, as you all may know. So very glad to have this one, a very unique one, and does look really good here with their 727 mold. Following that, we have this TWA McDonnell MD-80 in the twin stripes livery. What a fantastic aircraft this is that finally came out. So of course, this will be a pivotal asset for the Retro Tulsa project, as these came in from St. Louis and I think a little bit of JFK, but mainly that St. Louis service is where we saw this particular aircraft. So looking very forward to this, and this should be quite an awesome aircraft here for the fleet. So very excited to see how I'll be able to utilize it, and it's a gorgeous airplane. Let's go ahead and just get a little bit more of a close up there so you can really see it. I believe I did a model review on this one, and it was in one of the massive unboxings from 2023, so definitely check it out if you haven't got a chance to see that, as it's a really cool model and definitely one of my favorites in my retro fleet. So definitely very glad to have that one right there. And next up, we have this TWA McDonnell MD-80 in the final livery. This one also looks really good. I think it's quite an evolution from their twin stripes livery. I do personally think that twin stripes does look better, but this one still is very good and represents the era very well for what TWA was trying to do at this time. Once again, this did come into Tulsa a little bit, not near as much as what that twin stripes did, because at this point they were very heavy on aircraft we'll take a look at here in just a moment. But nevertheless, it will still be a pivotal asset in this livery, and I'm excited to see how I'll be able to utilize it. So I'm definitely looking very forward to that, and that'll be quite a project once we get there for the Retro Tulsa project. One aircraft that did come in toward the end of TWA's stint at Tulsa International Airport was this TWA Boeing 717-200. This wasn't normally scheduled very much. It was mainly the next aircraft we'll take a look at. However, it did come in on many occasions, particularly in the 1999 to 2001 time frame. It was in timetables too, so it definitely came in regularly, I should say. So apologies for the confusion there, as it did come in regularly briefly, but not for very long compared to other aircraft that we're about to take a look at. So yeah, this did come in, so I didn't want to feature it since it did come out at the time. I think this came out in 2022 at some point, perhaps. This might have been August 2021. I'm not exactly sure. It was somewhere in that time frame, but the case in point here is I definitely thought that it was worth getting, and I needed to get the free shipping on an order, I believe, so that was the final justification. But it's a great model. They did a really good job on it, and overall it looks really nice here in this livery, of course. So very excited to have it. How it will be utilized, we will see outside the Retro Tulsa project, but it's going to be a great aircraft. I'm definitely looking forward to using it here in the near future. Next up, we have what's going to be an absolute workhorse. This is the TWA DC-930 in the final livery. Still on the hunt for a twin stripes one as well, so I'm hopefully come across that at some point, but JJ Skippy had quite a ride to get that one, so it's going to take some time, but nevertheless, this will be satisfactory for the moment. So very excited to have this aircraft as well. It looks really good. Now again, these flew to St. Louis very consistently, so that's why we have them multiple times a day, and then eventually we evolved into the MD-80 just a little bit, along with the 717 there at the very end. So, but nevertheless, this will be what you'll see predominantly at those gates. So looking very forward to featuring it there, and I think it'll be quite a fun addition. So excited to see how we'll utilize it, and it will be quite a cool asset to have at Retro Tulsa. So looking very forward to that. And our final aircraft for today's video is going to be this TWA Boeing 757-200. Now, it's kind of funny because at Airlines International 2022 in Chicago, I was down to the 717 and the 757 as they were recent releases, but DG Pilot wanted me to get the 757. At the time, I didn't know the 717 flew to Tulsa, I would have got that. But 757 is still a really cool aircraft, and this is a really nice model that they did. I think it's really nice, and I really like the variety that it presents on it. Of course, Delta would end up getting this aircraft. I think American also flew it for a very brief period too. But it's a really nice aircraft, and I'm certainly very glad to have it here in the collection. They did a really good job on this one, and it's certainly an icon. So I'm really glad to have it. Overall, it looks absolutely fantastic, and what a stint that TWA had with those Boeing 757s. So definitely excited to see where else I'll be able to use this in the future. But overall, this is a really cool aircraft, and I'm certainly very glad to have it. So yeah, just like that, there you have it. The TWA 1-400 fleet, certainly a pretty diverse arrangement of aircraft for what they had, so I'm certainly happy with it. And I'm really excited to see what we can do with this here in the near future. So it's quite a fleet. I'm looking forward to seeing the future of it, and I'm sure there's more aircraft to get. I mentioned the TWA DC-9 Twin Stripes livery, but of course, plenty more objectives. But yeah, this fleet certainly developed up well, and I'm sure there's also aircraft from the 1960s that I'll need to get a little more of. Possibly a TWA 727-200 as well. That's certainly a possibility. But overall, I'm very happy with this fleet, and I'm really excited to see what happens with it in the future. So with all that being said, everybody, that'll do it for today's video. Thank you all so much for watching. I want to thank each and every one of you for watching. My name is Redriveraviation. Take it easy, everybody. Stay safe. Just process. Do you love and love what you do? My name is Redriveraviation. I want to thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all soon as Redriveraviation is signing off.